When Mega Fitness CEO Tom Bradley told me this neighborhood is going to be ours, get the hell out, I calmly said I understand. But he added there's no room for losers like you anymore. At that moment I smiled, because it was clear Tom didn't know who I really was. My name is Marcus Steele. I'm 42 years old, and I'm the owner of Ironhaven Gym in Austin, and I'm much more dangerous than Tom could ever imagine. For the past 8 months, the Mega Fitness chain had been doing aggressive expansion in our neighborhood. The corporate gym chain was systematically eliminating small independent gyms. They were artificially inflating rent prices, pressuring suppliers, and even giving anonymous tips for inspections. My Ironhaven gym had been the heart of the community for 12 years. Veterans, blue-collar workers, neighborhood kids. They all trained here, but I was behind on mortgage payments. And Tom Bradley was aware of this. What Tom didn't know was that I wasn't just a gym owner. I was also a former Special Forces operator, 15 years of military service, 8 years as a private contractor, and I had connections with some very dangerous people. Last week, Tom had come personally to make an offer. Marcus, sell this building to me. I'll give you 60% of market value. Take it or face the consequences. Consequences? I had asked. Accidents happen, he had said with a smile. Fire hazards, health violations, customer incidents. Doing business in this neighborhood can be dangerous. At that moment, I realized Tom wasn't just a competitor. He was an actual criminal, and he was making threats. That evening at home, I called my old military buddy Jake Rodriguez. Jake was now a private investigator, specialized in corporate espionage. Jake, I need to know everything about Tom Bradley and Mega Fitness. Marcus, this is dangerous territory. Are you sure? Jake, this guy threatened me. My gym, my livelihood, my community. You know me. Roger that. Give me 48 hours. What Jake found was incredible. Tom Bradley wasn't his real name. His real name was Thomas Briggs, and he had connections with organized crime in New Jersey, money laundering, extortion, racketeering. Marcus, Jake had said, this guy isn't a legitimate businessman. Mega Fitness is just a front operation. He's actually doing loan sharking and protection rackets. Is there evidence? Tons. But going to the FBI is risky. Guys at this level have people in law enforcement. That night I made another call to Colonel David Martinez, retired, but still had connections with active military intelligence. Dave, I need to do a threat assessment, corporate criminal targeting veterans community. Marcus, what have you been doing since retirement? Gym business, but now there's a problem. I need to protect my community. Send me the intel. Let me see what we can do. Within 3 days, I had prepared a complete intelligence package. Tom Bradley, Thomas Briggs' entire operation, financial records, criminal associates, illegal activities, but direct confrontation was risky. The guy had dangerous connections. A different approach was needed. I made a casual visit to Tom's office. Tom, I've considered your offer. Smart choice, he said arrogantly. Cash deal, quick close. Actually, I'm declining, but I want to share some interesting information. Tom's expression changed. What information about Thomas Briggs? Tom's face instantly went pale. What are you talking about? Operations in New Jersey, Russo family connections, FBI's current investigation. How did you, Tom? I said, leaning forward. You think I'm just a gym owner? But I worked in military intelligence for 15 years, and some skills don't get rusty. Is this a threat? Tom asked nervously. No, Tom. This is information sharing. Right now your entire operation is exposed. Financial records, criminal associates, money laundering schemes, everything documented. What do you want? Simple. Disappear from this neighborhood. Leave Ironhaven in peace, and never threaten my community again. Tom stood up. You're making a big mistake. My guys? Your guys, I said with a smile. Tom, I fought insurgents in Fallujah. Do you think I'm going to be scared of your small-time thugs? I pulled out my phone and showed a specific number. This number is Jake's, former Navy SEAL. He's also monitoring your operations, and this, I showed another number, is Agent Sarah Chen from FBI Financial Crimes Unit. She's very interested in your activities. Tom, you're not alone, but neither am I. And my network is much more dangerous than yours. Another man entered through the door, Marcus's old teammate, now civilian but still imposing presence. Let me introduce Tom Bradley, Sergeant First Class Mike Torres. We served together in Iraq, now he's a security consultant. Tom was completely intimidated. 48 hours, I said, standing up. Complete withdrawal from the neighborhood. Cancel mega fitness expansion plans. And stop harassment of community businesses. What if I don't, Tom? What we learned in the military is always have a backup plan and contingency options. You don't want to see the consequences. As I left the office, I said one last thing to Tom. By the way, your financial records might accidentally leak to the IRS. Tax evasion is a very serious crime. The next day, I organized a meeting of neighborhood business owners, local police, city council, community leaders, friends. We have an external threat, but we can handle it with a unified response. I shared a detailed plan, legal actions, media exposure, community solidarity. I gave a tip to the local news station. Investigative journalist Rebecca Morris was very interested in Tom's story. Marcus, this is a huge story. Corporate intimidation, possible organized crime connections, prime time material. Rebecca, let the community's voice be heard. David versus Goliath story. 2 days later, Tom called. His voice was panicked. Marcus, this has gone too far. Media, police, federal attention. Call off your dogs. Tom, I'm just protecting my community. You chose the consequences. What do you want me to do to stop this? Complete withdrawal, restitution for damaged businesses, and written guarantee of no future interference. Tom's associates applied pressure, but they were standard criminals, ineffective against a military-trained professional. Surveillance, counter-surveillance, threat assessment, all second nature to me. Thanks to Jake's intel, Tom's financial empire started crumbling. Money laundering operations exposed, IRS investigation, FBI surveillance. A week later, Tom came personally to Iron Haven, defeated, broken. Marcus, you won. I'm stopping operations. I'm leaving the neighborhood. Smart choice, Tom. Community is a powerful thing, especially when united. 3 months later, Iron Haven Gym was thriving. Community support was incredible. We made cooperation agreements with local businesses. Tom Bradley, Thomas Briggs, facing federal charges, investigations in multiple states. Mega Fitness. We received an apology letter from corporate headquarters. Compensation offered. We organized a community celebration at Iron Haven. Veterans, families, local business owners, friends. I said in my speech, this victory isn't just the gyms, it's the communities. Together we're invincible. Last week, a young veteran came to the gym. He was having intimidation problems from his new employer. Marcus, can you give me advice? How do I handle this situation? Brother, I said, first rule, never fight alone. You have your community, you have your network, and remember, real strength isn't in numbers. It's in determination. But what if the opponents are powerful? Son, I learned in Fallujah, size doesn't matter, weapons don't matter, heart and preparation matter. Plus, I smiled. Sometimes old soldiers know a few tricks. Iron Haven isn't just a gym anymore. It's a community fortress, and I'm the guard. Sometimes the best revenge is simply showing them who they're really messing with.